What are your thoughts down there, Phantom, to how to pick a forward line? I mean, I think we're pretty much going to be almost forced into picking at least a couple of these sort of speculative picks in the 200, 300K price range. And there's quite a few options there, which is, very interesting. And, there'll definitely be guys to watch in some of these preseason matches. Does Jack Billings actually get a good role at Melbourne? That kind of thing. He could be a bargain for us, or is he even in the best 22? It's very hard to know at this stage. But, are there any top-end premiums apart from McRae and potentially Flanders that you think, people should be looking at?
We've got your James Jordan as well, the Demon, going up to Sydney in that similar price range. 2 James Harms and Jack Billings, a SuperCoach cash cow when he first came onto the scene. At Melbourne, has made an impact as well up there in Sydney. From all reports, he's another one that fits into that bracket, big on the watch list for the pre-season games. The premiums, as Tim mentioned, a bit of a mess. Jack McRae, don't know what we're going to get. But I think if you look at it, at worst, what's Jack McRae going to average? It's still probably a top 6 figure in the forward line this year. Yes, we might get a few DPPs. Maybe we're not. But we still have to consider that, but can't play around it. So I think Jack McRae, at worst, still averages in the 90s. At best, takes on a little bit more. With Bailey Smith going down. Yes, Riley Sanders coming in. James Harms can play in the midfield, can be defensive as well in that midfield like he was at the Demons for a bit. But, Riley Sanders still not Jack McRae in his first season. So I still think we should be picking McRae, given the pool. Yes, he's not Jack McRae from 3 years ago, but doesn't need to be in that forward line premium pool. So the other one, Luke Jackson as well. The Dockers, a big watch. Obviously, his numbers we know are a lot higher without Sean Darcy in that side. Darcy, a bit of a limited pre-season. So he's a watch in terms of that split early in the year. See what the split is in the pre-season games too. Again, if Darcy was injured or something, then Jackson would be a lock. But in the pool, is Jackson still a good pick, even with Sean Darcy, given what else we've got around, given he gives you ruck cover? Do you take just a 90-point average from Luke Jackson in the pool, given he can sub in if a Max Gawn goes down or Brodie Grundy needs a rest or something? Maybe you're not settling is probably the wrong word, but there's not much choice.